Very good Saturday morning. Guess what? Now, somebody was mentioning in the comments where I was talking about the coding experience. Yeah, it is hard. Yeah, it is. But nothing in life's impossible if you put your mind to it. And learning the shortcut keys, I'm writing them down. So, what I was looking at yesterday was JS. I think that stands for JavaScript. Now, JavaScript is part of the Udemy course. So, I've just given a shout out to Rob, the instructor, and I'll continue doing that as I'm going through the course. And another thing was mentioned, which is CSS. That's also in the course. Now, here's one of the things, right? I've mentioned this before, so I'm going to mention it again. Because now I've got a better idea. Creating a new social media site. Well, I'd have to do a full stack. Now, I was watching that last night, and yeah, it is quite complex. But I've since watched it this morning again, and I'll continue to go back to that same video, pick little bits up, write them down, so I understand them. And the hope is that as I progress with this course that I'm doing, that I'll do the course and then do that side by side. So at some point, hopefully between now and April, that one will appear on Chrome, and you can all sign up. And the thing is, right, that yes, it's complex. Life is complex too. You don't always get your way. But I have faith in what I'm trying to do. Because with the JavaScript and the other elements of the course, that's going to give me a better understanding of how to move forward and a thing called muscle memory. In other words, once you do something over and over and over again, you know how to do it and understand it better. So that's where I'm coming from. And one of the things which I mentioned as well was Rob, who's the instructor, and saying to him, as I progress through and get the test results I want and do the certificate in each, the hope is it gives me enough confidence to do the ERC20, pull it through, get it deployed, and then I can turn around and say to Universal Credit, thank you very much, and sign off. Because the thing is that new technology, and like so 32K is new technology. And where I was saying to you about in the video yesterday of a new form of NFT, that is possible as well. Now, years and years ago, when I was living in Newcastle, this never entered my mind. However, we all change. And this change is for the better. And because it's for the better, I'll do it, show you as I'm doing it, which I have been doing. And then maybe somebody else may want to do the same thing. And they can. Now, I will say this much. Between now and the end of our football season in May, well, you're going to see progress. And that progress is not just going to be the certificates that I get. No. What you're also going to see is a new form of social media, which is two forms of social media smacked together. And that is new form of Facebook, where a person can create a business page, or they can create a community page. The other thing is, if they decide to go and do a live with Facebook, you can only go live for 15 minutes. And with TikTok, you can go live for hours. The same as with YouTube. So that's the mix-up. Now, one of the things also, like I mentioned in the previous video, was this. On TikTok, when you do a live, I've seen lots of people do like really long lives where people gift them like custom emojis. Now, TikTok takes 70% of whatever they're doing live. I'm going to bring that to 30%. Why? Because I think 70% is a bit excessive, to be honest. However, that's my thoughts on the subject. My other thoughts is this. With the designs I have on the laptop at the moment, is to redo those, but in code. And that will be where, as I said yesterday, there's a carousel within the code. And that carousel is every 3 months, the image changes. So you get 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I believe that way that whoever's buying those new NFTs, they're going to be happy, because what they're getting is something that's got value, unlike, the other ones which are just pictures. So there's lots to think about, lots to push forward, but it's going to be an interesting experience. And hopefully, come May, we're top 3, and we can put the final push. You never know. And the video I watched last night, Eddie Howe, the story so far, well, I took from that, when I was watching it, 3 new songs from watching it, because there was people from Radio Newcastle, supporters and other people in there, and I just let it play all the way through, even the adverts, so that our club could make some money. It's 30 something minutes long, so I just let it play and made a cuppa and started drinking the cuppa while it just did its thing. So the hope is that come the end of our season, we're back in the Champions League. And the hope is that we all know which plan our club has gone for. And fingers crossed, it is. They're going to basically stay at St James's Park, but use these funds to fix the Leazes Terrace end. That's what my belief is. They're gonna like basically move all of that at Leazes Terrace, and then it's not so constricted, because, like I say, I mean, that row of houses that leads straight up to the East Stand, where somebody had bought a little bit of land. Why did they buy that bit of land and pay so much money for it? It didn't half make me laugh. But, like I say, that row of houses that leads straight up to the stadium, buy the whole lot and the other side, and basically rebuild them. Yes, they are grade 2, they are, but they can be moved and rebuilt exactly how they are. And that way, our club can do something really special. And I think that's the reason why it may cost a lot of money, but we're not paying for it. Public Investment Fund is paying for it. And that's what I'm saying to you at the end of the day. It's not us that are paying for it. And the hope is when they do that, we can get enough supporters into the stadium. Like I said quite a few times on a few videos, as many as 80. I know there's a lot of you going to turn around and say, nah, but we aren't paying for it. Public Investment Fund are paying for it. And they're going to want the best. So, you know, you can turn around and say all you want at the end of the day. But we aren't paying for it. It's the Public Investment Fund. And that's my point. That was always my point when I was doing these videos about the rebuild. We're in a prime location, smack bang in the city centre. All the restaurants and all the bars. I mean, yeah, it could be that there is like other places not far, but would that happen? Really? I don't think so. And yet, I could be wrong. But where one of the sites down beside where the Red Youth Bridge can't be used, it's already marked to do something else. So where else? Can't use Hunters Moor or places like that. Town Moor, perfect, but can't use it. So I think buying out that street that leads straight up to the Leazes end of the ground, buy that out, buy the other bit out that goes all the way to the Sir John Hall, and do the rebuild. And if I'm right, I'll be absolutely buzzing. So yeah, there's lots to talk about. And hopefully, come 3 o'clock on Sunday, 3 points in the bag. Hopefully. Because one of the songs is basically to do with the Eddie Howe, the story so far. I believe Eddie Howe is going to bring us not just one trophy. No. I think we're going to get a few trophies. The hope is at the moment the Carabao Cup, then the FA Cup, and then the Premier League title. And yeah, you can turn around and say, not a chance in hell, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. But at the end of the day, it's up to our players. That's who it's up to. Because they're the ones out on the pitch. So, yes, that's what I'm hoping for between now and May. And December's next. So that's 6 months of hard work. Can they do it? You better believe they can. Geordies are optimistic. You put the hard work in, you get the reward. Anyway, like I say, I'm putting in the hard work. If our players put in the hard work, both can rise up together. So, to all you wonderful people out there, hashtag Paul Gallant 3675 is going to push forward the same way our club is going to push forward, so that come next May we are back in the Champions League. So thanks for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, and spread the word. Thank you.